How to find cash buyers in minutes. Guys, if you're struggling right now to find cash buyers and to really dispo your deals for the best wholesaling real estate success, this is going to be the ultimate guide for you. So many gurus and real estate wholesaling YouTubers out here are trying to sell you on these crazy coaching programs to do all the cash buyers for you. You know, you pay me 30 grand for the software and you never have to dispo a deal and everything gets sold. And that's not how wholesaling works. That is not how this game has worked. And especially right now, where we're at in the real estate wholesaling market, you cannot be wholesaling like that. And that's not how you selling your deals.
So if you want to learn how to find an unlimited amount of cash buyers in minutes, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe notification button.
So I truly believe so many wholesalers really overcomplicate finding cash buyers. They think it's this crazy dispositions process and systems, and they need all these crazy fancy schmancy things to go out here and sell your deals. And now the honest truth here is finding cash buyers is the similar way of finding wholesaling deals. The more complicated you make it, the less chance you're actually going to become successful. When you overcomplicate things, you overthink it and you try to get too fancy. And when you just go out here and focus on building relationships and finding people that want to buy properties for cash, you have contracts, you sell the contract for a big $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 assignment fee, you actually end up selling your deal quick.
So one of the real secrets about working with cash buyers is you should still be striving to get that same connection you get with your motivated seller. Now, it's in a different capacity, but if you can learn how to connect with your cash buyers, you can get better intel. You'll get a better proof of concept, meaning you can find proof of funds. You can make sure they're buying in the right area at the right price because they're more willing to give that to you because you get to know them. And third, most importantly, is their ability to fund your deals quickly is much, much faster because you have a relationship. It's not about going out to dinner with them or doing anything like that. It's just finding a business relationship and making it somewhat personal. So when you do find that great wholesale deal, you don't have to panic. You don't get anxious about selling it because you already have cash buyers locked and loaded. The real difference is you actually have to spend time with them and get that connection with your cash buyers.
So let's talk about building that connection with cash buyers. So everybody knows what we're saying and they're like, okay, I get it. All right, fine. But it's a lot different. You guys will still go out here and act like you need a text blast or email blast 30,000 cash buyers and say, oh, I'm selling my deal like that. That's not how you do it. You remember in real estate wholesaling, when we close sellers, you don't do it over an email, right? No, we do it over the phone or we go in person and do it. Same thing with your cash buyers. So yeah, you might listen to what I say is, oh, treat your cash buyers like sellers, build a relationship, actually care about them, and you actually get the deal. Same thing with your deals. When you're looking to sell yourself to a seller that you're looking to buy houses for cash, you actually do it in person. When I'm trying to sell my deal to a cash buyer, an informal email blast is not good. They're gonna look at the deal, no one's really talking about it, but when you get them on the phone, it's a lot more serious. Think about this. Gurus, when they sell their $5,000, $10,000 coaching programs, they always have a phone call sales because that's how they sell it and they know they'll make more money doing it. That's why they don't ever put their $20,000 price out there and you just email to sign up. They do the whole phone sales thing because that's actually how you sell things, especially high ticket. And just telling you, we don't do that. That's how you're supposed to do it with your cash buyers. Do it over the phone. So here comes the $1 million question. At the end of this video, how do I find cash buyers within minutes? It's really quick to find these really good quality cash buyers. And we're gonna do methods that get us in front of cash buyers really quick. We still have to qualify the cash buyer. We still have to ask the cash buyer the right questions, make sure they're not a fake cash buyer. Remember, gurus out here actually pretend to be cash buyers. We gotta figure out if they're gonna daisy chain or not. And if you wanna learn the right question to ask, make sure you go to freewholesaling.com or free wholesaling course, which you have a sheet of all the questions you need to ask step by step, like a bullet point. So it's really easy and pretty much impossible to get screwed from a cash buyer by asking these right questions.
One of the easiest ways to find your cash buyers is just go to the list of where cash buyers actually bought properties for cash. In some states, it's going to be in public record. Some of it might not be there, but the easiest way is to use something like listrei.com. And what you can do is just simply pull the filters up to cash buyers, and you can geographically fix the area where you're farming to get your wholesaling deals. And then you have that list. You have the name, you have the address, you have the date it was bought and rough purchase price. You just got to get their phone number. And then here's the fun part. You actually have to pick up the phone call and reach out to them. And it's your obligation to try try to create a conversation. And the best way to do the conversation is just go through qualifying. I don't want you to waste time with people that aren't cash buyers. The secret to this business, there's a lot of people teaching how to do dispositions in wholesaling, and honestly, they're just glorified real estate agents. You want to find cash buyers that are direct to your deal. Having middlemen involved becomes very complicated, especially when you start out in the beginning because you're not familiar with it. Get access to these cash buyers list. The more recent the information, the better your odds of striking a deal with them. And then just go through the qualifying questions. If you don't know how to do it, go over to freewholesaling.com. We teach you in detail on how to do that.
So let's talk about the next one, right? So we talked about if someone bought a house for cash, they're on the cash sales lists, which you can just call these people up. Make it simple. How do we do our cold calling when it comes to motivated sellers? Hey, my name is Zach. Are you interested in selling your property? So are you the owner of the property and are you interested? It's stupid simple. Guess what I do with cash buyers when we cold call them like on the cash sales list? Stupid simple. Hey, my name is Zach. I'm a wholesaler. I just saw you bought this house for cash. Are you looking to buy any more houses for cash? Boom. That's it. So many people want to complicate talking to cash buyers. Let them know who you are and if they're looking to buy any more for cash. So cash sales are great, but guess where a lot of other cash buyers are? They're on the for rents. Now keep this in mind. I've always said this. Cash buyers either want one or two things. That's it. They either buy a house, renovate it, and flip it, or they want to buy it, renovate it, and rent it out. That is it. Your BRRRR buyers, your subject to buyers, any type of buyer, they're either going to buy it, flip it, or buy it and rent it out. Simple as that. So you get the people buying for cash, log them in the cash sales. But if you want to find people that are buying it and renting them out, which when you have deals that might seem too tight, but it's a good cash flowing property, which means they can put tenants in there already, or they can renovate a little and have tenants in there, they're going to be great landlord buyers. So you can get this list by just going to where the landlords like to hang out. They like to list their properties on Zillow and say, hey, it's for rent. Sometimes even on Craigslist, just call these people up. Hey, my name is Zach. I'm actually not looking to rent out your property. I'm actually a wholesaler and I was seeing if you're looking to buy any more rental properties for cash. Explain wholesaling, go through the process. For wholesaling.com, we have the whole scripts and everything, and make it simple. For rents and cash sales, I can tell you about 90% of all the cash buyers in your area are actually on this list. Here's the thing. You actually have to go out here and call them. Don't grab or harvest emails and blast them out. Actually call them and build that connection. Guys, every single time I do like a 1 hour live stream with me cold calling cash sales and for rents, I'm always able to pull 4 or 5 cash buyers like that. Most wholesalers aren't willing to do that. Oh, cold calling, I already do it for sellers. I don't want to do it for cash buyers. Wah. No, you got to do the work. If you want to be different, which means you're going to make different money is more money, you got to do this method.
Another great source are auctions. And I know what you're saying. I always say whoever pays the most at the auction loses. I'm not telling you go to the auction to actually bid on properties. That's a sucker's bet. And that's not where we do wholesaling. The purpose of going to the auction is you can actually meet with all the cash buyers that line up and want to buy those properties. Keep in mind, they're taking a 5-minute preview and then they're doing a hard cold cash auction. Now, most of the time they got to come up with a 10% up front and then they got to close within 30 days. So if they bid and they don't close, they're going to lose 10% of their money. The really cool part about it is most of your towns have local auctions. They're typically in the lower income areas at the average price point or below. A lot of rental properties, a lot of estate properties, a lot of probate properties. Go there and harvest the cash buyers. Now, do not go up to the auctioneer and ask for a list of the cash buyers. You have to mingle around the crowd and you got to do it the old-fashioned way. You're going to have to spend time and network with people. And remember, offer them value first before you ask for value back from them. See if you can help them out, what type of properties they're looking for, and get their contact information. If you do not have a local auction company around you, look at it on a national basis. You can look when people do tax deed sales, when they do foreclosures auctions. Now, some of this information, you can actually reverse engineer the property, and then you can cross-reference the property appraiser site and find out who bought that property for what price. And then you can reverse engineer, skip trace the phone number, and find it out from there. Guys, whenever there's an auction, there is always a huge gravitation of cash buyers around it. Remember, you have to go to the auction like you're attending the auction to look at the asset, but the reality is you are on the hunt for cash buyers. And I gotta be honest with you, I have found some of my best cash buyers using these 2 techniques alone. Don't overlook it. It works really well, guys.
Here's another great one. Find people that have a bunch of buyers. For example, if I lived in my local market where you're a wholesaler and I got no buyers, I'm going to go to you who has all the great buyers and just say, hey, I got this deal. Do you want to split it? And you can do it, and I can kind of use your buyer, FYI. It's a tactic I use in virtual wholesaling all the time. When I do a new market, I go out here in Utah and I have no buyers in Utah. I'm going to find the top wholesaler in Utah, split the deal with them, and maybe do that for 3 or 4 deals and then start building my buyers from there. I can go in any market right now and find buyers. I got to find the top wholesaler. We can JV deals and do it like that. I know it's not the sexiest thing in the world, but I'm telling you, there's people out here that have super deep buyers lists. You can use their buyers and build that connection after. I'm not telling you to go steal someone's buyer, but you can JV deals and get them sold like that. Of course, you got to give some of your JV deals away, like your assignment fee, but you're getting 50% of a assignment fee versus getting 100% of $0. And then really lastly, this isn't like my favorite top strategy, but you can still go to Facebook groups and find buyers. The issue between last year and the year before that, and really 3 years ago is when I really started talking about finding buyers on Facebook. There weren't a lot of these scammy fake buyers that gurus have been training to daisy chain, which basically means, hey, I'm a cash buyer. They put you under contract with an assignment of contract, and then flip it to another person. You can get really screwed on that deal. And really, a lot of these cash buyers quote, they're even on our Facebook groups all the time. They're not real and they're not legit. So yes, you can still use Facebook groups. We teach you how to do it at freewholesaling.com, but just be very careful. A lot of them are fake. And you know how you sniff out a fake cash buyer? $3,000 non-refundable EMD deposit. And make sure you see the past properties they bought for cash. Most guru trained people can't provide that. And that's how you do cash buyers the right way and separating the real from the fakes. So guys, that's pretty much it. Finding cash buyers, it's as simple as that. Remember, cash buyers are not that complicated. It's really hard to fake yourself in this industry. Either you bought properties before for cash and you can show me your name, or you don't have any proof. I buy a bunch of houses for cash and I can provide proof to anyone. The fake ones, they can't. Oh, you just trust me on my word, bro. No, that's not how we do it. Show us HUDs, show us proof. That's why I love real estate so much. So guys, if you don't learn wholesaling real estate for free and learn the entire process, heck, even join our free 30-day wholesaling challenge, make sure you go to freewholesaling.com. We'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.